Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
What's up, everybody? It is JP Murray. Welcome back to the Push to Pass podcast. Today, I want to talk about something real. Some days, sales just suck, and being in that business is not fun. Sometimes business is bad. So, what happens when sales go sideways? Yesterday, a prospect hung up on me. It doesn't happen, like I said, much anymore, but when it does, man, it stings. I'm not going to lie to you about it. So what happens next? I thought about it and I said, hey, hold on a second, man. I've been in this game for 30 some years. You think you're going to knock me off the saddle and I'm not getting back up? Well, I went back. I honed my talking points. I got back on the horse. The next phone call, took the call, set an appointment, and I think it's a great prospect. So the point is simple. Get better at the number one thing. And for me right now in my professional journey, the main thing is selling sponsorships, nothing else. I record these podcasts, frankly, to get better at sales because talking about it reinforces many of these tactics and strategies. And I hope someone with a brand might be listening to this approach, the way we put together sponsorships, the way we sell, and they want to work with us because of it. And I want to be helpful to you as well. So the frustrating reality of sales is as hard as you work, the traditions, the people, and the habits of the prospects, including hanging up, have a lot to do with the effect of the final sale, even if you're the most skilled salesperson in the industry. For example, if you don't adapt to the prospect's timing of business, you're going to miss a lot of deals by not getting in front of them during their budget cycle at the right time. We pitch people when it's right for us, but timing in sales is so overlooked. It's not really about you, it's about them. Most people you call on are trying not to make mistakes. They don't want to get fired. They don't want to do things out of the routine. So your position as a problem solver must be super acute. But it is super important that your pricing and deliverables are available to them when they're making the decision. Because every company has a budget, they have an approval process, it goes back and forth and needs discussion. Your new offer is more likely to have a chance if it's introduced during their budget planning time frame. Calendar year budgets are finalized in September and October. So you're in a sprint now to get in those discussions immediately. Remember, it's the prospect's cadence, not yours. I know you're busy. You're in the middle of a season. If you're in racing, you're racing every week now. So it's hard to get out in front of this. So here's a question that you ask that prospect. Why do you like sticking with all the current sponsorship programs? What do they deliver for you? Tell me more about that. It's usually crickets because they haven't thought about it. But that's where you go deep. Say, oh, that's great, man. I'm glad you're happy with them. Let's do this. If you're super satisfied with all those proposals, why don't you just use mine to confirm why you shouldn't change? Isn't it okay for us to keep talking, to give you something to compare to? Make it, something that's not threatening to them. What we're talking about here in all of these situations and why the business sucks sometimes, it's often because we're dealing with human beings, man. As frustrating as the game can be and the people that in it are, I encourage you to remember that we're dealing with other people. They have their own issues. Other humans will respond, though, to your encouragement. And when challenges arise, they can also give you energy. The new world of technology is not going to replace the ability to connect with other humans. It may make it simpler, faster. It may give you tips on how to do it. But my hope is you use these tools to improve your ability to connect with the prospect, not replace the connection. Better the network, better your business is going to be. Look, some days you're going to get hung up on. Some days your timing's going to be off. The budget's already been decided. What do you do next? Do you analyze what went wrong? Do you adjust and adapt? Do you make the next call? Or do you let that one bad interaction just derail your entire day and say, oh, I'm just going to give up. It's not a good day for me. I also want to come back to this. When things are challenging, you better know what your main thing is. I talked about it earlier. For me, it's selling sponsorship. No one wants me to do anything else for them at this point. Not putting together a strategic plan, not assessing a membership marketing effort, not helping design the race car, and thankfully not driving it or engineering it. For you, it's something else. But whatever it is, you've got to put your shoulder in it and know that it's the main thing and keep coming back to it. Study it, practice it, get feedback on it. When you get knocked down, you get back up and you can do it again because that main thing is important to you. Maniacal focus will help you succeed because the world is going to take your eye off the ball and distract you, but only because you let it. The world wants you to get comfortable with being busy rather than getting up and focusing on that number one thing that people want from you. So that's it for today. Remember, some days the work just isn't fun. Tomorrow's a new one, though, and the new prospects and the new opportunities are just ahead. So keep making the calls, keep refining, keep adapting, keep building the relationships with other good, meaning human beings. This is JP. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.